We are live. This is going to be a very impromptu stream. I am just feeling heckin' spontaneous today. Let's get it up on LinkedIn, and then we're good to go. And I'm going to pull up my little usual spot. I'm just going to chill out for a little bit while people join. Maybe we should just jump right into it. It's probably be a short stream today, so why don't we just jump right into it? Heck with it. Heck with it. I'm going to try to load it in a different format. But today we're just going to fiddle. Today is a fiddle day. Let's see. Are we loading? Uh-oh. I did reset some things on my stream, so hopefully I don't have an issue. Let's see. Come on. Don't do this to me. Okay, there we go. So we are live. Are we having any issues? Doesn't look like we're having any issues. No, we're good. Alright, cool. I just didn't get a notification. Odd. If even I didn't get a notification, then where are they coming from? There's been a drop in notifications recently. LinkedIn's changing a bunch of things. It's interesting. Anyway. It is time to have a little bit of fun. The world is essentially exploding right now. And so my goal is just to enjoy it a little bit, right? Just to have a tad bit of fun. So, not enjoy the world exploding, but enjoy the being stuck at home with nothing to do time to chill out. So, let's build something. I have wanted very, very badly. Hold on. Actually, I think we're having issues. Twitch. Boop. Boop. If you can't seem to join the stream, here it is on Twitch. Let's see if there's any issues. I don't want anybody to be left behind. Cool. So we're just going to fiddle, and we're going to try to build something. So, they're really just not showing up. This is interesting. Maybe I'm having issues. I think LinkedIn might be having some trouble right now. That's sad. It's very sad. I'm upset. We'll keep going. So, the plan for today. Let me center everything a little bit more. Heck with it. Perfect. The plan for today is to essentially just go over some ideas, because I want to launch something on Product Hunt. I want to launch something really, really tiny, really, really small, but actually productive and actually effective on Product Hunt. I initially thought that Product Hunt, because I have a bunch of really techie friends, right, that came from CMU, super tech geniuses, just amazing kids, and they build unbelievable products in just a weekend, like their free time. And I could do that if I was a little bit better with no code, but currently I don't have the time to put into learning some of these new products and effectively make something awesome. But it's super possible. I would just need to dedicate a little bit more time to it, but I don't have that time right now because I'm still figuring a bunch of stuff out with work. But I still want to build something really tiny, like something really, like something real, right? Something effective. And so I was looking over Product Hunt because I want to start a little weekly post on, hey, here's new cool things on Product Hunt. Hey, here's stuff that I found. Hey, here's stuff that I really enjoyed, right? And get that up and running. So as a post series. So every week I would post like, hey, this is a cool new thing that I found on Product Hunt, right? So that would be really fun. And so I was getting a little bit more into Product Hunt and making a nice profile and making things really neat. But I realized that a lot of the stuff on Product Hunt is not anything fancy. It's not anything unbelievably difficult. It's not anything techy. It's just kind of a packaged, neat little product that's helpful to some people, right? And so we're going to go over some of the stuff that I found on Product Hunt, some of the cool stuff, and then we're going to go over my idea for a product and see if I can make something and how I'm going to make something, what tools I'm going to use to make something that might be valuable to people, right? How I can use that. So, to get started, I just want to roll through some stuff here. Product management counted by a chatbot. Mindway for teens, share feelings ideas throughout your remote team. Ooh, cold email reimagine. That sounds nice. I like cold email a lot. Build and verify prospect lists. Track real-time progress on a vivid dashboard. Okay, so it's a CRM. Cool. I always like to see more CRMs. I'm gonna upvote the heck out of that. Self-care apps for remote work. Toilet paper calculator. Toilet paper calculator. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Software donation tools, remote work during COVID-19 outbreak. A lot of these, it's interesting. Understandably, a lot of these are like based around COVID, right? Which makes sense. Like, we're struggling with that as a nation right now. So it makes sense to fix problems where they lie. And that is definitely a problem in society today. Fishing training for your team. Ooh. Don't get fish. Lunch together. Free remote virtual lunch for founders and freelancers. Oh yeah, is this Lunch Club? No, it's council.club. Interesting. There was something called the Lunch Club that I recently talked to my friend about. Anyway, so as you can see, like, a lot of these are tech products, right? A lot of these are techie, like real things, right? It's interesting that Product Hunt is promoting the hustle in 5 minutes or less. Very interesting. I am a little bit stuffy today, so forgive me for being a tad gross. But I went to bed last night and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna wake up a little bit early and I'm gonna start something. Like, we're just gonna build something today. So fuck it. That's what we're gonna do today. Story for SaaS metrics. There's a lot of these people making really, really cool things, right? But look at this. The top thing is literally just a guide. Getting up to speed, together our best tips, tools and templates gleaned from years of collaborating across multiple hubs, good for managers and employees alike. So essentially all this is just a resource, right? This is just like a guide online to remote work. Great, right? But like fucking, that's not some techie product. I could build that on Notion, right? I could build that on Google Docs. I could give you a Google Drive full of awesome resources, right? So it's, marketing trends. This is essentially the same thing, right? It's just a book. This is not some tech thing. It's just a book, an ebook full of marketing information, right? And those are some of the two best performing stuff today. Flatline Portal 2, an elegant import button for your web app. That sounds fun. I don't use that though. Firefly's AI assistant for Zoom meetings, get notes, transcriptions, and search your Zoom meetings. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah, and it makes sense now because Zoom, right? Because Zoom is the thing. Zoom is becoming more and more popular because now we're doing everything remote. So everybody's taking advantage of the trends, right? So if something happens in the world, people hop on and they build something, right? All you need is love, a completely new way to talk to people. And look at this. The second most popular product hunted for yesterday, the one with one of the most comments and everything, is Control Illustrations. It's 108 free flat illustrations with customizable characters. So it's just illustrations. And that's kind of a tech product because they're customizable, right? So you can do different things and it'll change the style. But it's just this is just design stuff. This is just a designer made a bunch of templates and made them nice and easy to access, right? It's not some big fancy tech product. It's just like somebody with a bit of art skill made some cool illustrations that are useful to designers or people building a website or people doing this. You don't have to have, and look, State of Software Development 2020. This is a lot of this is just really, really basic stuff and guide from work from home. Some of these are tech products, but some of these are just resources, right? And so I don't have time yet, right now, to build a tech product, right? Look at this. I like this. They have a newsletter. They have a kitty stepping on a keyboard for a newsletter. Their whole thing is like they have a kitty. If you look at what is it? Product on Twitter. They're very active on Twitter, and they have a funny little thing. And when they change their during Halloween, they change their name to Product Haunt. They're very funny. They're very, very good on social media. It's a little kitty with Google Glass or something like that, right? It's just I think they're fascinating. I think Product Hunt is it's essentially a PR company for so this is probably for selling educational. No, yeah. So it is good for selling educational manuals and videos. It seems like they perform relatively well. These are the top performing, right? The top performing, like 3 of them. This is a manual. This is state of software development. This is state of marketing. This is honestly, like 4 of the top 10 are guides. Like, oh look, this is just a curated list of 118 apps for your health and work-life balance. This is just a list of fucking apps. Like, that is not complicated, right? Especially for remote work or additional amount of way picked across 16 categories. They just created a list. They just created a fucking list. Yeah. So if I'm creating resources or I'm creating things online, like, this could very much be a great channel for me, right? And I would love, like, the goal of Entrepreneur at one point, for sure, would be to every week at the beginning of the week, maybe on a Monday or maybe on Sunday, right after we finish, like Sunday or Monday or some early part of the week, we hop on, we brainstorm new ideas. I send it out to people that have donated, to people that are in my network. I send it on LinkedIn and I run a poll, right? Here are 3 things that we could possibly do this week. What do you want to build, right? We vote. Everybody likes this one. We build it. And so over the next, I host 2 or 3 live streams where people just sit down and work with me over a period of an hour and a half. So I talk about my idea. I do a live stream on that. And then maybe I just have a work session where we all hop on and we all hang out with each other, right? Whatever it is, we host a bunch of streams that week building what we decided initially in the beginning of the week we were going to build. And then once we're done building that, on Friday or on wherever, I've heard Friday is a good time to launch something on Product Hunt. I would have to do more research for people that have actually done it. But, yeah, we launch on Product Hunt on Friday or Saturday or whenever, and we try to boost it up, right? And we use our audience, we use our network to see if we can get a half-decent support for early users on whatever we launch, right? And we launch something literally every week. That would be amazing. And eventually I'll have enough free time and get good enough at no code to just whip stuff out. And I'm on the way right now. Apple's, what on earth? New iPad Pro 2020? Oh, even Apple launched their shit on here. And it didn't get nearly as upvoted as the ultimate guide to remote work. That's hilarious. So everybody's on here. This is a really, really cool little way for extra PR, right? This is fascinating. I want to get to know everybody at Product Hunt. I want to become tight with the people that are running this kind of shit. Because if I can launch something small every week, just a little resource or a little tool or whatever the fuck it is, they might really like what I'm doing. This would be the perfect channel for me. And building followers here is exactly who I want to build followers with, right? Because these are all early adopters of new shit that want to build stuff. Cool for me. So definitely want to put more effort into Product Hunt. But without further ado, it looks like educational resources are not that difficult to succeed, or for them to succeed on this platform. So let's make that happen. My idea, and fuck ideas, but my idea that I just want to whip up, throw out there, is I interviewed Jeremy Becker last stream, right? It was a ton of fun. Really enjoyed it. Great guy. Oh my gosh, he taught me a whole ton. Most of my stuff was reconfirmed about customer discovery. But, by the way, could anybody on Twitch tell me if LinkedIn is working? Because my LinkedIn stream seems to be having some issues. Let me know. But, yeah, so if you're interviewed Jeremy Becker, genius at customer discovery, does it all day, great at it, been doing it for many years. He reconfirmed a lot of the ideas that I had and gave me some new ones. And so I have a nice big full list of how to... Yeah, it's working great on Twitch. It's just LinkedIn seems to be flopping, maybe. Let me refresh on LinkedIn because I don't want to leave anybody out. Yeah, it's just not loading anything. There's 3 viewers apparently, but it's just not loading jack. That's really lame. That's super, super lame. I hope everybody joins because I put a little Twitch link on my LinkedIn thing. So anyway, he taught me a ton, and I still have a ton of resources. I have an old resource, and I have a bunch of other things to use, right? To compile more, to create a more full customer discovery guide. In terms of email templates, in terms of questions to ask, in terms of how to dive deeper on those questions, in terms of customer markets that you could possibly jump into, in terms of everything, ways to organize that information. And I was thinking that if I could create a full workspace that you could copy paste into your own Notion workspace, then you could use that workspace to essentially conduct customer discovery. You would have all the resources that you possibly need to conduct customer discovery, right? I could use a list of outreach tools. I could provide scripts for each different little thing. And I can make this some full-on product. And I feel like I can do that on Notion because I could do that on Google Docs, but Google Docs is a little bit more separated. It's a little bit more kind of splayed in different places. It would be more of a document, and that's a little bit more boring. But with Notion, you can organize things really well. And I feel like for data input, it's really, really nice because I'll show you why. So let's do customer discovery templates. Team size, just me. Next. Let's do design. No, you know what? I want to start from scratch. Start without templates. Get started. No, I don't give a flip. So my first page is going to be home. This is a private place for me to try to show my gosh, cheese. So home. We're going to add an icon. Customer human. Home. And then we're going to make this mono because it looks nice. We're going to full width it. And then I'm going to make a few different sections. So the first section is going to be, let's see. First section is going to be or outreach templates, right? Outreach. The second one is going to be, we're going to have outreach. We're going to have questions, interviews. All the resources they need for interviews. Maybe that'll just be questions. We can change it later. So we'll have outreach, and then under that, we'll have LinkedIn, email, Twitter, and then other social. Other social. Cool, yeah. And then interviews, we will have questions, and then we'll have, what else? I should pull up my flip-flop, tip-toppin'. It's a shame that LinkedIn's on the fritz. How annoying. Apologize for the stuffiness. The world is sick right now. I don't have anything bad. I just spent a lot of time outside this past weekend, and I usually get a little bit sicky when that happens. New entrepreneur. My interview with Jeremy Becker. Tell me about your day. The first question provides context. Awesome. Ooh, that gave me some new ideas. So interviews, questions, things to avoid, how to dive deeper. Okay, cool. Then once you're done with the interviews, segments, questions, and answers. Recording answers. So I'm trying to like, you'll see how this works in a second. But like, let's say I want to make this becomes turn into a page. So outreach is now a page. And then interviews turn into a page. So now interviews is a page. And then customer segments is great. So we want to know possible customer segments to give people ideas on who to interview and how to interview. Great. What else? I had a couple more ideas. I should have written them down when I had them. Oh, right. Tools to prototype product with. Tools to prototype product with. And I can go into no code, etc. And I'll give like basic ideas on how to prototype different things. How to, and then also what should be here is how to test idea. That'll be a landing page. So as you can kind of see, we're kind of like trying to build, here, this will just be prototyping. Prototyping. No code tools, etc. Yeah, cool. So as you can kind of see, like the idea is to build out a very, very general resource to do this kind of thing, right? Of just information. And I'll show you why I'm excited about the interviews portion, because I can create / we will embed a actual list, an inline list, right? And this will be questions and recording answers. So, page 1 can literally just have like, page 1 will be interview 1, right? Do interview 1. And then here, actually, what did it say? Press enter to continue with another page or create a template. Yeah, so I want to create a template. Interview question mark. Or number question mark. And then here, I'm going to make a list of all my things, right? So tell me about your day. All these things that Jeremy Becker wrote down and some of the other ones I will essentially just paste into here, right? So tell me about your day. First question provides context. Great. All these questions, now I'm going to give them an opportunity to fill it in, right? So this is where they write shit. How can I make that easier to write with? Maybe a quote? Yeah, that sounds good to me. I like that. So, then tab / how do I do? I would assume it's just Q / Q. No. They have like a list of like really cool Notion is a really, really cool thing. I really, really like Notion. It's a really cool little resource, and they have a ton of different like hotkeys that I can use. So, major business areas, walk you through your day, parts 4 through 8. Walk you through your day, 4 to 8 parts usually. Okay, cool. So yeah, I would just create little quotes here that I can use. So when I type like, oh, they said this and it went like this and it was great, right? Whatever the heck it is, you can write it there in the little quote section. All of your answers to this specific thing. And then let's add some tags, right? Now I could just add like text for each of these answers and just actually like segment it, but every answer is going to be different. So I feel like I shouldn't do anything like that. But the person, no, files and media, checkbox, checkbox. This will be committed to help, committed to advise, right? Committed to advise, question mark. So are they down to, or let's just say advisor. Is that a word? Am I just stupid? Whatever. Advisor, right? So you drop this little, you click a little box if they're down to actually help you build this product in the future, right? Like, as you can kind of see, we're setting up like a template. We're setting up a template for customer discovery and making sure that it's just an easy little place. Like, I would use this. When the next time I do customer discovery on an idea, I'm totally going to use this. Are you kidding me? It's just a great place to organize all your little ideas. And so I'm trying to build something that's helpful for me as a investigating entrepreneur, and then put it on Product Hunt and see if people like it. Who knows? And it's also about advertising, right? So I would advertise on here. I would make a post like, I wonder how let's see, ask upcoming posted job, advertise, blog, radio, promoted products, events, newsletter, topics, collections, upcoming. Post. So, link URL of the product. Yeah, Snapchat.com. So maybe I would make a little landing page for it. Would I? Probably not. I would just link directly to the resource, I think. I would just put a little Notion URL here. You can schedule your launch. Yeah, that's what we would do. We would schedule a launch on live stream. Maybe we wouldn't. Maybe we would just do it. Who the heck knows? I think it'll be fun. Anyway, so this is kind of the concept. And I want to see if this is, yeah, I'm editing a template. Editing a template in Untitled. Okay, so it does seem to work. It's just I want to... And then I move this under this. And then I tabbed enter. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's what I want to do. I will make sure all of these are better. This is just a very, very general thing, and I'm going to fix this up a little bit later. But what else do we need to know? We need to have tags, so maybe a multi-select. What do we need to know individually? What different kind of sections could they fall into, right? So maybe a business owner, a consumer. No, you should be interviewing all the same types of people. And the questions are going to vary. I need to make a template for B2B, and I need to make a template for B2C, because there are slightly different questions that you need to ask, right? Because for a business, the questions you're asking are different. The questions you're asking are more revenue generating, right? Like for an individual, like, yes, humans are important, great. Like my emotions are important, but when you're a business, your emotions are less important, and how you feel is less important, and how things make you feel is less important. So the UI of something might not be as critical. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass a little bit, but generally businesses and consumers independently behave differently, right? And they buy different products. Like a consumer will buy a soccer ball, but a business will never buy a soccer ball, right? Or they might, but for a different reason, right? They're doing it because they want corporate bonding, but an individual would do it because they want to have fun. So they behave differently, and so I would need to make a different template for each. So actually, let me make sure to do that. Let's see if there's. So this is for a business, right? We'll see. This is B2B interview number what? Created is important, or time. We'll just say time, because it's good to track when you had the last interview, right? So maybe that individual's email. It would be good to have that person's email, right? So, interviewee email. So you can put their email in there. Perfect. Agreed to become advisor. To advise. Yeah. Because like Jeremy was saying, if you have something that, if you have a great interview and you have somebody that's like really deep in terms of knowledge for the industry that you're doing investigation into, you might want them on your team as an advisor, right? You might want them to come on, or at least be somebody that you can ask like regularly for ideas on product, for changes that you're making, for stuff like that. So knowing if they're going to be an advisor is important for sure. What else is important? So we need to know their email. We need to agree to advise. We need to know the time we interviewed them. Maybe length of interview. We'll do length of interview. That's more tags. Oh, maybe we should do like a phone interview versus an in-person interview. We should have their phone number on file. Does that kind of make sense? That makes sense to me. I like that. Actually, I should format this a little bit different. I can just, yeah. So this interview, duplicate property. Oh, it won't let me. Can I not delete this? Oh, no, I can delete it. Created time. I want a date. So this is format date. Yeah, no, that sounds good. Day of interview. Cool. Yeah, interviewee email. And then we will, let's make another one. Interviewee number. Can I just not type? Interviewee number. This will be a phone number. I'll put that right up there. Agree to advise should go at the end. Length of interview. You can just kind of discuss, I would assume. You know what? Nah. Let's make it a multi-select. We'll do like half an hour and then an hour. Create an hour and then hour and a half. 2 hours longer. 2+ hours. I'll fix that up. That looks stupid, but like I'll fix that up later. It's important to know like which one you like how long the interview was. I think just to know how detailed. Just remember in your head how detailed that interview was. In my honest opinion, IMHO. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, so now we know generally how in-depth the interview was. We are struggling through sickness. And then what else? There was something else that I was gonna pull. What was it? Flip dip. Type of interview. And this will be a multi-select, and it will be phone in person. Also important to know, because in person is typically much better than a phone interview, right? So, cool. So this looks like a decent template. Interviews, interview 1. Oh no. How about this? Yeah. Okay, cool. So it does work. My template works nicely. Perfect. So we'll do this. We'll do this and this. We'll leave it nice and empty, right? I don't know. Remind. Ooh, there's reminders. What? I can set reminders? That's so nice. Notion's a great tool. I'm so excited about it. I want to use it a lot more. Yeah, the LinkedIn stream is really just sucking. Alright, you can't see you. It's a video or podcast. Yeah, I think LinkedIn is on the fritz. Yeah, sorry about that. How sad. Not getting any LinkedIn views. Oh well. Yeah. he reacted curious to it. How sad. That's so annoying. Edit video. Nope, can't do anything. It's so upsetting. Oh well. I guess it's not important to keep open LinkedIn then. I was keeping it open on the side. Anyway. So we got some viewers on Twitch. Just pulling this open in browser, seeing if I missed any questions. Now we're good. Cool. So yeah, so I've now set up officially, wonderfully, happily a interview template, a basic little interview template that I'll use, right? So, and then delete. And so I will set up 50 of these, and I'll just line them down, right? And I'll say interview number blank, interview number blank, interview number blank. And I'll suggest like 50 to 100 interviews. So actually let's, so this is questions and reporting answers. Things to avoid. So I'll say, this is another little, things to avoid is going to be another little page. Oh, I guess that's whatever. Things to avoid. And I'll make a little list, right? I'll just write some stuff out. And then interviews. What do I want for here? So I want a list of questions. No, what was it? I had an idea. Dang it. I had a great idea. Oh, my idea was so good. You usually want to do 50 to 100 interviews. Usually want to do 50 to 100 interviews at least before building anything. So I'll lay out 50, right? I'll just copy paste, boom, boom, right? And I'll label it something, and I'll boom, boom, and now the template works perfectly well, right? So I've templatized it. We are set. We are good. We are Gucci, as the cool kids say. I know what the cool kids say because I'm a cool kid, right? That's what we're doing here. We're being cool. This is all cool. I gotta say, it is a nightmare to try to explain what I do to people. It's become consistently more and more of a nightmare as entrepreneur has gotten more of a thing, right? I had to dive deeper. So yeah, deeper questions. I will make this into a page. How to dive deeper. Also a resource. And I'm going to tag this. I'm going to tag stuff that's not done with red. So this is going to be red. Things to avoid, also red. And this is basically, this isn't done yet, no. I want to change the color. Can I change the color, please? No, I cannot. Interview recording. But this is like, this kind of makes sense to you, right? So in interviews, I'll do that. I'm going to move this sucker over here. Make it a nice little thing. It gets really cute. And then prototyping is going to become a page. So we'll put that there. And then, yeah, I'll just have little lists under here about like this is about this. And over an outreach, tools and scripts to help you reach your your theorized customer segment quickly and easily. So I'll have a list of tools in here. Tools like Streak, scripts for each form of outreach. Cool. Awesomeness, right? I'll write all this down. This is not done yet. Color, red. Interviews, also not done yet. Color, red. Customer segments. I can pull that off of a list. This should also be a page. So I'm going to pull a little list because I've seen some nice little lists online about like, hey, these are like 10 awesome customer segments that are ripe for disruption, and there's not a lot happening here. And if you can get in touch with as many of them as you possibly can, and also put my own ideas there. But I'll compile a list of possible people to interview to get started on your next idea, right? So that'll be another thing. This is also not even close to done. And then prototyping. I will, in here, no-code tools, so we'll link makerpad.co, we'll link new code, we'll link entrepreneur.blog, because I have a little resource online for that kind of stuff. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else that I need to use? Those are great things. How to test ideas, landing page. I'll link to my live stream. Yeah, this could be a little self-promotional tool for me. Link to my live stream on making a fake startup. Yeah, cool. And then boom, and tab. And then no-code tools, we're good there. Man, the world is exploding right now. Prototyping. And then this is about this. Customer segments. Cool. That's essentially what I'm going to build. And that is all of what it's going to be, right? Like in here, you can record every single interview. Over here, you can get ideas for prototyping, and I'll send you a bunch of different little things, right? Over here, there's ideas for customer segments. So that should actually be first, right? So people to interview, right? Where to get started. Maybe this is just where to get started. Yeah. Getting started. And in here, I would have customer segments. I would have ways to, or like a little bit of advice on you shouldn't start with an idea, but you can. How brief write up on how customer discovery works. Link to a live stream discussing discovery I did. Stuff like that, right? So that's getting started. Then we go into outreach, tools and scripts to help you reach your theorized customer segment quickly and easily. Interviews, place to document each interview quickly. Place to document each interview quickly. Also, in outreach, maybe a little. No, I'll suggest Streak. I don't want to make Notion also a place for a CRM because it's really hard to use Notion as a CRM. It's not built for that, but Streak is. So, let's document each interview quickly. Maybe actually a template for Streak. Tools like Streak, template for Streak. Cool. I wonder if I can make a streak template and sell that. That would be great. Not sell that, but just like offer that as a sign up thing. Anyway, place a document each interview quickly. And then maybe outreach could also be like databases to search for your customers, ways to find emails, tools to find emails. This is great. I'm actually really happy with this as a resource. And then I can link little emojis. So getting started could have a little emoji like a question mark. Yeah, a little red question mark. So getting started. Outreach. Could be email. A little heart email. Interviews could be people. Our business. Interviews. Maybe Mike. Yeah, we'll just do this. We'll do that as interviews. And then why is that so far? Oh, there's an extra thing that doesn't need to be here. Prototyping will be unfinished, so it should be red. And then we'll change the icon to tech. We'll put a little code gal there. Yeah, cool, awesome. I'm excited about this. I'm sorry for LinkedIn being all weird. I'm basically done. I just wanted to kind of theorize and sketch out what this is gonna look like. I'm gonna make all of this over like this like finishing week. I'm gonna document as much as I possibly can. We'll probably end up like making more on the Saturday stream. But yeah, I wanted to outline this. This is what I'm going to build. I'm going to try to build it this week. If I can't get it done, I'll get it done over the weekend. And then the next stream that we do, we'll be publishing this on Product Hunt, right? And seeing what the hell happens. If not, it's a great resource to put on my website. I'm very, very happy with it. Other than that, also like how to use this. Gotta copy. But like Notion is a great tool for sketching out like wikis like this, kind of making essentially a little wiki on customer discovery. And I'm very happy with it. So I think it'll be tons and tons of fun. Turn into heading 2. No, undo. Cool. Great. I will see you in the next stream. I'm pretty much done. I wanted this to be a short little thing. We all got busy days. We all had a lot of stuff to do. I hope everybody's doing well. I might at like some point tomorrow do like a work session where I don't really talk that much, but we just sit together for like 3 hours and just work on stuff together, right? I don't know, testing out ideas. But regardless, I'll see you on the Saturday stream. I will be there. We'll build this out more fully or discuss our plan to launch on Product Hunt, right? Because I need to read up on a few different little things because there are definitely some things that I'm not. It's an art. I've heard it's an art. It's a science, right? There's things that you need to do, things you need to be aware of. So I wish and hope everybody has a wonderful day. Be safe out there. I hope you have lots of fun. And I'm excited to build this. I'm excited to launch this on Product Hunt. It should be really cool. I'm curious to see if anybody will bite, anybody will use it. And I'll promote the hell out of it on LinkedIn to see if we can get help people push it up in the rankings, right? Because it is PR. So I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hopping on, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.